Let's just start the show, damn it.
Let's just start the show.
Alright, alright. Just do the grace right now. Just do it right now. Do it again. Everyone,
Do the grace.
head down, palms together, go, tiger.
Dear God.
Oh,
Thank you for bringing us
Allah,
to this
we're Muslim.
Dude. Dear Allah, thank you for bringing us to this Discord call to give our knowledge and spread our knowledge to the RuneScape Football League. May the peasants that are watching the show soak in our knowledge and be enlightened. Amen.
No, inshallah.
Inshallah.
I don't
Okay.
believe in that.
Everyone say inshallah.
No. That's
Alright, let me just add the motherfucking names. Bad'ayak and myself. Of course, you can't forget my name, can you?
What is your name?
Chuck.
Jonathan.
It's
Okay, who's ready for another episode of the RFL Unnamed TBD podcast? After 2 weeks of waiting, after 8 episodes in season 1 of the RFL return, after a successful run of season 1 of this podcast, we have been renewed. That is correct. We have been renewed for our second season with a lot of changes. That's right, friends. A lot of changes. Let me tell you about the biggest change. First big change. Well, Badiak decided to step down as the co-host, and now we have our new co-host who has successfully been a crucial element to my recent streams and a dear good friend of mine. I've known him for nearly a decade. Damn. I mean, a decade. This guy, I've known him for so long. I could trust him with everything apart from everything, right? This guy goes so long. It is TigerEye6904, the new co-host of the show. That's right. All right. Now moving on. Now, I just started playing his music song. You're probably already thinking, I mean, who is the only Jew in the league? I can't think of any other Jew. And whether or not if he's actually a Jew is still under contention. But what I do definitely know about him is that he's a solid player in the RFL, both offensively and defensively. He's gone pretty far in a lot of the seasons played in. Solid player, so do sign him next season if you're a team owner. It is Luke Cavi. How you doing, Luke? How has the preseason treated you after the UB loss?
not good.
Not good, not good.
Not good at all.
Well, I hope you have a better season.
No.
Alright.
We're winless.
That's right.
Winless.
Alright, now next up, now me and him have a pretty rocky relationship. We go back and forth. Citation is definitely needed on that, chief. Citation needed on that, chief. Alright. And you know who it is. It's my previous co-host, but he's here in complete good faith. It is Andy Hamill, Andy Hummus, Badiak. Badiak of the YMC... No. Bertha Badiak now. Badiak, now that you're out of the YMCA, and now you own a team called Bertha Badiaks, what does that mean for you in terms of your sexuality?
Means I'm gay.
Huh?
Wait, what?
What? Wait, that was actually some gay shit.
Confirmed
Yeah,
Betty
yeah.
is homo.
Okay, that was actually some gay shit. Alright.
Okay.
Alright. Now finally, now this guy hold on, let me play it. Alright, playing it now. Now I've seen him a lot on my show recently. I really have. He's the guy who started wearing the tuxedo and everything, all that bullshit with Leo Chase. He's an amazing player to have. He was there for the Diesel announcement. It is Matthew Metzger, hailing from New York, originally born in Kansas, weighing at 6'0", weighing around 20 kilograms. Simplify the genetically modified chicken, continuing to own the team, Harmony YMCA. Staying alive, Everybody shake it, been staying alive, staying
That's my
alive.
owner.
Ha, 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 staying alive.
Pleasure to be here, everyone.
Staying
Pleasure to be here.
alive. Ha, 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 ha. Alright. So guys, how are you all feeling for the first episode? You are all going to be part of the first episode of the season.
Feeling good.
Doing good?
Good. I'm exhausted.
It's okay.
I
That's
just
right.
worked.
We're
A
gonna.
lot of time today.
Wow, what did you work as, Tiger?
I worked for 9 hours today, bro.
Yeah, but what did you work as?
I was a driver today, bro.
Damn. Must have been pretty tiring just sitting down like that, right?
Yeah, it really does, actually.
Mm-hmm.
It really psychologically gets to you.
I mean, there are like,
Okay, now,
millions of people in India and China starving just for any kind of food. You're sitting on a chair in a fucking car complaining about not. Sorry, I'm getting carried away.
sorry, getting carried away.
Alright, sorry about that. It happens. Alright, guys, you know what? I really want to get right into it. So I'm going to be asking. You know what? This show, I'm not going to do that much talking unless I have to. I'm going to be asking you the questions, and anyone can take up the lead. Got it? Capiche?
Sure.
Alright.
Alright, so most of the show, these are the two formats of the show today, is for the most of it we'll be talking about every single team in terms of the draft and the free agency signings. And then finally we're going to make predictions for the games coming up, and yeah, and any more and other things, right?
Okay.
I want to start with Varrock Rams first, who signed Dart Liam 5. So I'll tell you the teams first. Sharnos, the owner of Varrock Rams, signed Dart Liam 5 again, and Olaf BK picked them in the draft. Olaf BK and Dart Liam, and then he signs Gaz and me, Gaz, in the free agency signing period. Now, one thing I'm going to put it out there. Sharnos is a strong quarterback, but he's lost the Ferguson brothers, Joey and John Ferguson, Bernarder, who were, known for, they were really good wide receivers for them, but he's lost both of them. It doesn't look like any of the players on this team have known to be like an amazing, extraordinary wide receiver, right? Whereas Sharnos is a great quarterback. With the loss of Bernarder 88, how does his offense stack up?
I think it'll just take the way it was last season, honestly.
But Tiger, do you think like the loss of Bernarder?
No, I don't think it's a loss. He'll just plug in somebody to be the short route person.
Yes, but the point is like, people in the team able to take that kind of role?
I think so.
Yeah,
I think Olaf BK is going to have a big effect on the
Oh,
offense.
now I can see that. Olaf BK showed a lot of promise last season as a wide receiver.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's a pretty decent runner. Some would say the best runner in the league.
He's pretty
What?
He's not bad at running.
Okay, but
good.
the best.
He and I spent a lot of time one-on-one, and he's got down. He knows what he's doing.
Hold it right there. You said the best runner in the. You said the best runner in the league.
Some would say, yeah.
Some would say.
What, Olaf?
Fox News.
I mean, okay, I don't know if I'm being trolled because I don't think he's like. I mean, I'm sure he's a good runner, but the best runner in the league. But like, isn't that kind of crazy?
Barone said that like when Olaf first started.
Oh, is it okay?
But,
It's a meme, right?
Olaf's a decent runner though. So I think he'll be incorporated like as the short route person that Burn was on like XP's.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we all know that Sharnos is a great quarterback no matter what kind of team he's given, because I think it's fair to say like despite his receivers he is the kind of person able to carry teams on a quarterback offensively. So we'll see like who are the wide receivers to look at for this team then? Who's gonna click with Sharnos well as in the wide receiver role?
Probably Darth Liam, honestly. I think Darth Liam will probably be the deep route runner of the team now that Byrne is gone. So I know Liam's wanting to play more offense than he did the last season. So yeah, I think
you'll get a chance, yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna have to. So I think it'll be Liam that steps up to be their wide receiver.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, who replaces Byrne? I would think Olaf would replace Byrne. So.
Okay. The next question I'm going to ask you about Varrock Rams is that, okay, looking at this team roster, the defense is potentially fearsome. They have Sharnos, one of the best defensive MVP of last season, Dart Lane 5, who was in the running for the defensive MVP last season. Olaf PK, I mean, he's got potential. Giggs has also got potential. I mean, for myself, Gaz, the question is, can Gaz play like his former self? I mean, is he actually even going to play and like his former self? So the question is, the defense is potentially fearsome. So how do you guys rate their defense?
I think their defense is one of the best in the league. I would have to say.
Why do you say that?
Well, you lose Burn, but I think you're a better defender than Burn is. From what I can tell, I haven't seen you play. I've heard in scrimmages you're really good, so I think that you might be one of the best trade defenders in the league. So if that's the case, I think.
Okay, but in a but a lot of these games in the season will probably be 4v4. As a 4-man defense, will Varrock still the same?
Yeah, I think so.
Is there Olaf speaking Giggs? What do you see them defensively?
I don't see Giggs playing.
Yeah, Giggs I don't think will be on the field for defense. If everyone's there, Loaf I think will be DE. I mean, he did last season. He's not bad at it by any stretch.
Why is Liam not playing D?
I mean, did he play DE last season?
I think linebacker. No, I thought he played linebacker.
Yeah, he did for a little bit, but then he played cornerback.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he plays cornerback now, though.
Yeah,
that's true. That's right.
I mean, I think Giggs, like, I don't know. I think Giggs is fine as a defensive player, at least what I can remember. Like the last time that I played with him, it was pretty bad. Well, I mean, again, like I said, I played on a team with him. The last time I played with him was in a playoff game, and he was particularly bad. But most of the season, he was fine.
Giggs is also known to be. Sorry, Luke. Sorry, I cut you off.
No, that's okay. I was gonna say it's really hard to build a defense without a hole in it. You know, usually you can't get enough players, or you have 4 really solid guys. But I don't think you can do much better than what Varrock did. They've got 3 super good guys, and then a bunch of dudes they can rotate in to fill that 4th spot. So.
And CGH in the chat just mentioned that if you put Olaf in DE, that is a solid defensive structure with Olaf at DE and Gaz, Charles, and Liam in the pass defense.
Yeah, it's fair to say that's probably what's going to happen. It's not going to be it's going to offensively, defensively. Even last year, they were Cookies UAP rating, how legitimate that is, but they were the best team that season. They just got really unlucky, so I think they'll hit their stride this season.
The next question I want to ask is, so what does this season mean for Dart Lane 5? Okay, so last season, Dart has always been like a solid 2nd or 3rd man. Mostly 3rd man. Dart has always been like a solid 3rd man. Last season, you could even say he was a 2nd man, right? So, in the story of Dart Lane's career, what does this season in Varrock mean for him? What is his next step, do you think?
Well, I mean, he's going to open up on offense, definitely, which should kind of give him a bit more of a rounded character. It's interesting to see how he'll perform.
Yeah.
I can't really see anything else other than that, honestly. Maybe he'll go for defensive MVP this season and try to.
True.
That. So.
I mean, he made a pretty good case last season. I think, like, I mean, a lot of times it feels like the difference between like how we see a 1st man and how we see a 2nd man is like how dynamic they are on offense. If they're a quarterback, they get 3 points for that. If they're not, then there's a ceiling that we have in place for them. Liam's not going to be quarterbacking, obviously. I mean, I don't know. Maybe Charnos has it up his sleeve.
No, I really don't see Lim quarterbacking.
Yeah, so it's like,
I mean,
the most you can do aside from run routes correctly and catch passes because Burn isn't there to do it.
There's a lot of things, but like that's what you would think. But if you saw the way Dench was playing wide receiver last season, you would not be saying that again. Like you can definitely be a very effective wide receiver, a game-changing wide receiver, and that was shown by Dench last season.
Sure, yeah.
Okay. Is there anything any other comments from you guys for on Varrock or anything that I might have missed? Oh, here's one.
Gaz, you asked if how Gaz was gonna play, if he was gonna play like his former self. It seems like a good question for you. Are you gonna play like your former self?
What's going on, man?
Well, that's a question that's up to God, not me. Only God up there above us can only tell us. Because and
Inshallah.
if you're saying I'm God, I'm not God, Badiak. I'm only Gaz. If God wills that I play good, I will play good. If He
Don't,
wills,
don't think he said that, but okay.
All right. So the player
but-
to watch in your season is God.
yes, and
Okay.
yes. Are you
Good player.
are you a religious man, Badiak?
Sure.
It's a yes or no.
He said sure. That's kind of a yes.
I'm not gonna provide a too serious answer to that question, given that we're on a podcast.
I'll take that as a no then.
And I
All right.
doubt it's a totally serious question.
The one question I want to ask about this team also is Olaf PK's kind of like Dart Lane's question is that Olaf PK he's shown a lot of improvement last season. He was definitely scary on the wide receiver role. Defensive, he can be solid at times, right? He seems like he's got a lot of motivation to trade and give it his all. Although his attitude might cause friction with some teammates. Would like Olaf PK this season could this be maybe out of nowhere a breakthrough season for him?
I mean,
If he
it
gets
doesn't sound
playing
really
time.
out of nowhere, but I mean,
I mean, better you played with him last season, right? Well, how did you rate him?
Testers and I both did.
Yeah. So how did you both rate him as a? I mean, seriously, how did you rate Badia? Sorry, how did you rate Olaf PK from last season?
I would say
I'd rate Badiak a 10 out of 10.
There you
and,
go. Olaf 10 out of 10 as well, and Tel 10 out of 10 as well, Paco 10 out of 10 as
No.
well. Yeah.
No.
The question was for Badiak. The question was for
Get this
Badiak.
breakdown, guys. Come on.
The question for Badiak. I was asking you.
Yeah, what's up?
You
I
play.
would definitely say Loaf was a fun player to play with. He took to coaching and instructions really well. He does have an active drive to get better, and like the biggest drawback of playing with him, and I mean this feeds into the same thing, is like he's really hard on himself when he blows a tackle because he wants to be good, and it's like that is a good trait. I would still tell him to not be so hard on himself, but he really does want to be better.
Okay.
And he's willing to listen to people he knows are like more experienced and better than him because he wants to like get up the ladder and be a good team player.
Do you think his attitude? Because I know there was some friction, which we talked about previously. Could that be an issue in Varrock?
I think the issue with Olaf is him letting people get under his skin
True.
and kind of, like it doesn't have to go towards his gameplay per se, but when he was reffing and people were calling him out on it, he kind of just got distraught over it, kind of upset. But like, if he keeps his emotions in check and just kind of blocks everybody out, I think he'd play pretty well.
Mm-hmm. All right. Now continuing on to the next team. That is, well, the previous UB champions. The current reigning champions of the RFL. The returning team, Port Kazad Warlords, led by Aroj once again. He signed Dench and Caleb in the free agency. Sorry, in the draft, and then he went on to sign Cookie, Boot, and Keegan in the free agency. He got to sign Keegan as well, I guess, because Council has decided to add a sixth slot, an extra slot. So this team, first I want to talk about is Arog's leadership. How do you guys see? Because he was the coach of the season last season, right?
Yeah.
Like how?
Usually is the person who wins the United Bowl for the most part is the coach of the
Right.
or at least gets his team to the first seed. So,
Right.
but he drafted a team that really complemented his personification. Like he was friends with Leo and Barone and stuff like that. And he's good mates with Dinch, which is why Dinch wasn't a surprise when he got picked where he was picked at. So.
Right. So I think he has like a very so you're saying like he has a very good idea for like building a composition for a team, right? Team compositions are like he's very good at that.
Right. Correct. I think he picks the right people that will gel right.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why he selected Caleb.
And from what I can see so far, like just in general, is that their team seems to get along pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, I think they'll be fine, and they got good players on the team. So.
Mm-hmm. The next thing is now this came as a little bit of a shock to me, but Caleb will be playing as a starting quarterback for this team. Now, it's surprising because you have Dench on the team. So I kind of thought like, okay, last season Dench and quarterback because he gave the quarterback role for Detro, right? Because you have two quarterbacks on the team, and Dench was like, you know what, it's okay, you can quarterback. That's the idea I got from that, right? And then he wanted to become a great wide receiver. But this season I thought, okay, now Dench might go back to his famous QB role, but actually no, he's gonna stick with the wide receiver, and Caleb's gonna QB.
That doesn't surprise me either, honestly.
Yeah, I didn't find that particularly surprising.
Well,
I'm actually looking forward to it.
Yeah, I mean, I want to see QB Caleb.
Everyone
well,
does.
right, we want to see QB
I
Caleb,
was chanting his name.
but all right. On paper, would you rather have Caleb or Dench's QB? Just from paper, not like emotionally or
I think we overrate the concept of having the best like open field runner player as the quarterback. It's like Dench is a good receiver, like a dynamic receiver, and Caleb is a good ball distributor as a quarterback. It's like, would you rather have Caleb throwing to Dench or Dench throwing to Caleb?
I want to see Caleb QB.
I said on paper. Like, forget who the wide receivers are, right? This is like in a hypothetical team. If you had to choose a QB, Caleb or Dench.
That question matters if the quarterback's the only guy on the field, but otherwise receivers matter.
You had wide receiver A, B, and C. Okay, it doesn't matter who they are or how good they are. Would you rather have, for these three wide receivers, would you have Caleb or Dench as a quarterback? On paper, it's a simple question.
I think Dench
I'm not trying to trick anybody up.
than Caleb. I don't know how better Dench is at passing because passing is just kind of
Okay.
I don't know.
I haven't
think
yeah.
Dench is a better runner, so that.
Tiger, you cut out. Tiger, you cut out. Tiger, say that again.
Am I good?
Hello.
Yeah, Tiger, what did you say?
I'm sorry. I was waiting for somebody to give me a response. Okay. I said on paper, Dench. Statistically, he's better.
He's trying to say
Statistically
Dench is
better
back than Caleb by most metrics.
Right.
I honestly don't think that this question is important for this team. Like at the worst case scenario, they'll just.
Oh no! It's not really. I agree. It's really not an important question. I was just saying I'm just saying why I find it surprising, right? Because on paper I would I put Dench in, right? But it looks like Caleb's QBing. That's why I find it surprising.
I think that either way, if you just give the ball to Dench, you're going to be fine. I think the question for 4K is, do they have the defensive depth to make turnovers? And honestly, that's basically going to come up to how good A-Raj and how good Caleb are, because obviously Dench is solid. I just don't. I think they're a little shallow on defense, honestly. Not particularly, not very shallow.
I can actually agree with that. Yeah, I mean, how does Cookie play in scrims?
That's true. I forgot about Cookie. I don't know. I honestly have no
I have no idea how good Cookie is, to be honest.
Cookie is a roamer,
Is
bro.
Boone on their team too?
Yes. Boone is on the team.
He has his moments on defense.
Yeah,
Too. Maybe not. Maybe he'll be alright.
Boone has good, like great moments and worst moments. He's like, he's like if you found the average of Boone's plays, it'd just be like an average, literally.
I can vouch for Boone being like a really good defensive player in recent memory. He didn't get to games as often as I'd have liked him to, being on Harmony last season, but I mean, I practiced him a few times. Like, he historically plays corner. He still does that pretty well. We plugged him in at defensive end, and he did that very well. Like, if he's at a game, he's a plus as a defensive player. It's just, I think that's a better question. It's like, are they all going to get to games at the same time?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not like we've done a whole lot of different stuff with time slots. Tuesday games are the same.
Sad Sunday.
Out of these three, okay, so I feel like the starting three for this team is going to be A-Raj, Dench, and Caleb. Who's their fourth man? Cookie, Boone, or Keegan?
Whichever one shows up. I don't know.
I doubt. I mean, if they all show up.
Cookie.
Cookie or Boone?
They might put. It just depends upon the positions on defense, I guess. Because Cookie is pretty dynamic. He'll play DE, he'll play CB, he'll play whatever. But I think Boone is pretty much strictly a cornerback. So.
I think the only given to play both ways is Dench, and Dench has said publicly multiple times there are game times where if it's after a certain time, Eastern Coast, he's not going to make it. So I mean, if they get I mean, outside of that, I could see. I don't think A-Rog's too proud to bench himself for Boone, Cookie, Caleb, any combination.
Yeah, true.
He thinks they're better, and I think any of those 4 guys is like they're good.
Yeah,
enough.
he did it last season.
Yeah. Dench isn't gonna miss a game. They miss a game.
That's not a very bold take, honestly.
I mean, yeah, I get the point. Like A-Rog, honestly, honestly, I think A-Rog as a coach is very, very smart. Like he's, he has very good control of his team, and
Oh no! Did Chuck just get shot?
What happened
See
there?
it.
yeah, sorry about that. My cat came in the room. I had to kill it. Continuing on. Yeah, I mean, just to conclude with this team, I think A-Rog's leadership is, like, he's definitely gonna finish in a very good spot this season. I think he's gonna make sure his team works well. He has like a very strong grasp on his team. Like his teammates obviously respect him as a coach, and A-Rog at the same time is willing to bench himself out so other players can get playing time, right? Which we've seen throughout last season, right? I think he deservedly won the coach of the season. Here's another one thing I wanted to mention was Caleb, right? Okay, last season when A-Rog drafted his team, right? I mean, there was definitely some confusion on who the quarterback was going to be. Could have been Diesel, but he never showed up. Could have been Barone, but he just never played quarterback. Could have also been A-Rog. Could have definitely also been Dark. And it was Dark. But the amount of improvement Dark made in that last season was incredible, right? He led his team, like, through a crazy number of victories in a row, won the MVP deservedly, and got, cherry on the pie, he got the game-winning touchdown, running touchdown, right? So Dark made such a big, like, jump in his, like, play from in last season under A-Rog. Now, could we see this? Could we see the same kind of improvement with Caleb under A-Rog's leadership?
Sure.
I don't know, man. I have no idea.
I think with the pieces around him, yes, I think so. The last time Caleb truly quarterback was on Entrana, and not to say it wasn't a bad team, but there was just kind of players that were kind of average and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And then this season you got Dench, who is the best wide receiver in the league. So, and you have people like Cookie, who's a veteran at playing, and I think Cookie really opens up the short route for Caleb. So, and Cookie's really wacky and a wild card in that sense. And A-Rog is a reliable receiver as well. So, I think you'll see improvement from that season maybe. It's kind of hard to tell until you get onto the field. You really don't know what you're going to see from Caleb. I'd like to see him. I'd like to see him running and stuff. I don't know.
Also,
I haven't seen a lot of running for Caleb.
just a little quick with the chat. We have Leo Chase in the chat right now. He's just talking. He's talking some stuff. His victim complex is coming out again. Thinking people are talking shit about it. Thanks, boy. Tell him to quit that victim complex shit. All right, now next team up is the
Whatever.
Is the Kebab Green or TGV.
Yeah, TGV.
All right, so
we're gonna go with the Kibos Green.
All right, so the Kebabs. Owner Burner 88. He picked CGH, very strong pick, and Shady. I would also say a good pick in the draft, and then he goes ahead and signs A-Oil and KB in the free agency. Now, Burn has obviously owned in the past successfully. He's a reliable owner, I would say. He's a reliable, honestly, like I think he's like an overall, a good coach. With this kind of team, how do you think Bernie's coaching style is going to help them, or not help them?
I don't know if it's been going in the best direction to start the season.
I mean, just to kick it off, CGH, Fear Shady, A-Oil, KB, they're all very they're more of a giving player.
CGH and Fear Shady.
This is not
CGH.
going well.
Hello?
Everybody's getting shot.
It's alright.
I think it's.
Hello?
Is it just Luke?
Can you hear me?
You're good. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Hey, can you hear
We're
me?
good
Right
now.
now, man.
Yeah, I hear you now.
Alright, listen up. So, I was saying, right?
Oh,
You were saying.
Hold on. Wait, hold on. Let me just order 12 spicy chicken wings. Dude, this is really bad because, bro, this, or listen to this. A little story, right? A month ago, I used to love the spicy wings. Dude, I had food poisoning for 3 days straight. And the next day, like the next day after, like I went there, the shop was shut down. I was like, oh yeah, those motherfuckers had something wrong in them.
Okay.
And now, but they reopened now.
Okay, so we're gonna talk about the greens. I'll take those.
Kibo's greens, yeah.
Kibo's green.
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
TGV
Sorry.
So CGH, no, I'm guessing what he's gonna say.
Yeah, I was the question I was asking. The question I was listen, hey guys, listen. So
Alright, KB, they signed KB too. That's who I was thinking of. Sorry. So looking at this team with
I don't think
Burninator,
anyone on stream can hear us for the record. I think Chuck is.
no, they're just like 10 seconds behind. That's why. Okay, you can hear me, right?
I hear you now.
All right, good.
Wait 10 seconds to see if they can hear us.
All right, this is what I asked, right? So,
Right.
the 4 players in this team, CJH, First Shady, A Oil, and KB, they're all more of like a giving kind of player instead of taking, right? They're willing to give resources instead of like taking resources, whereas Burn is like the kind of player who likes to take resources. That's why I think like him as an owner in this team can fit pretty well. Because imagine this, right? There are 2 types of players in the RFL: players who ask for resources, as in people who want to play quarterback or wants to do this or this way, has to be that way, to suit their needs, right? Or there are players who are more adaptable, more malleable, willing to give, right? Give resources. And from the way I see it, the owner Burn is like the coach. He's going to be the quarterback, while his other 4 players are going to be around him to support him. How do you guys, review this team? Good, yeah.
yeah. Truthfully, I see this being the middle of a pack team. CGH is a really good defender. Prove that in the United. Burn is a good player, decent player. At times last season, while he was the quarterback of Varrock, I noticed that he was letting the game slip away, and Shardos would have to slip into that role. So I don't know if he had his confidence then, because he hadn't played in so long. So I don't know if that's going to be a factor. He has pretty good role players, this team.
Oh, we have Dungeon.
Aoil is a pretty good short route passer and a running back threat. KB is a really good old wide receiver he had. Shady's been in the system with Burn for a while, so I see this team being pretty decent. But I mean, like at the same time, I'm looking at it, and players. I mean, a good carry player maybe can Burn, but like besides, see much. I see a middle of a pack team. They could be really good or really bad.
True. Yeah, I actually agree a lot with Tiger here.
I mean, Burn lost his brother Joey, not 24 hours ago.
No, sorry. That's coming up. That's coming up to your teams again. Yeah. That's the highlight of the show. All right. Next team up is here we go. Harmony Brewers or the YMCA. First of all, sirs, are you still the YMCA?
We're the Harmony Brewers.
Yeah, listen, he could have disrespected this team last season, but not this season. Not when I'm on it. Call it the Harmony Brewers.
I don't think I can. Yeah, I mean,
but you're gonna have to.
You guys are gonna definitely go through an identity crisis now, a team identity crisis. But anyway,
I don't think so. We know who we are.
We know who we are.
So so let's talk about the main.
Right now.
So let's talk about the main topic, which the whole like crowd wants to know about. The Joey Ferguson trade. Badia? Oh wait, no, you're in. My bad. Let's continue.
Take a note here.
Somebody's taking Xannies while he was disconnecting. Yeah,
okay.
technical issues there.
Xan bars.
Yeah, listen the fuck up, all right. So, HB, Harmony Brewers, sirs. This is honestly, I would say, the most solid team out of the 6 mainly because they got Tilt. With a team of Dark, who is literally the MVP of last season, Tilt, who was in the running for MVP for a good portion of the season. If things went differently, he could have, gotten very far. You also have Tiger, who's a solid player, but when it comes to choking, and Sir Superfly, he's a well, emotionally, he's a very good coach, right? And you also have Zombie, who's like a very reliable. He's gonna show up and he will do his job. So, what do you guys think? With the Tell signing, where do you see this team? I think this could definitely be one of the best teams. You know, I can see them finishing top 2 with this kind of team.
I'm not gonna talk about my team. I'll let somebody else
Sure.
talk about it first.
All right, let's get we got Luke Dench and I here. I think I definitely think, given the first 4 people showing up to every game, Sirs, Dark, Tiger, and Tilt are all present. Like, that is, you know, on paper, quote unquote, it's a team. Those guys can compete. I don't know exactly what pieces slot in where. I don't know what the environment is like inside those calls. I do know firsthand Sirs does a good job of maintaining a positive environment inside those calls. So I'm going to give him benefit of the doubt and think this team's going to be good. I don't know what it'll look like, but
Hold on.
I don't know.
What do you
like,
mean benefit of the
where are we at
doubt? I mean, this team, even without like the benefit of the doubt, like this team looks pretty fucking solid with Dark and Tell. No?
Did you hear the middle part of my sentence? Like, I don't know the environment inside those calls because I haven't been in them, but I'm gonna give Sirs the benefit of the doubt that it's gonna be good because I think he does a good job maintaining that. I think the question I'm wondering right now, and I don't even know if they have this answered inside Harmony, is like,
You never know.
order,
Go ahead and
is
ask
it. Gonna
it.
be Leo or is it gonna be Tilt?
It's probably going to be a mixture of both.
Actually, yeah. I was gonna ask that. Who was gonna be the QB of this team? My vote would have gone to Darklink. But at the same time, like, Tell's a pretty scary QB as well. A mixture of both would be pretty good if that could work.
And, you know, I've been working on my QBing in scrimmages as well, so it's
But it would definitely
tough
be like
to nail down who's going to be.
Sorry, yeah, go ahead, sirs.
It's tough to nail down who's going to be throwing the ball, running the ball,
Because
calling the shots.
I would definitely say like it would be a bummer to see Dark not QB after the season he had last season, right? It would be definitely a bummer.
If I had to predict what we're gonna do, I think Dark will at least start QBing this season. And then I know Dark, if he was playing rough or having a bad game, he'll go in and sub. So they play together so many times that I get each other in that sense that if they know one is struggling, step in and help out. And that's what I'm predicting. I'm guessing Dark will start. I think he should start since he's the MVP and he's proved himself. But
yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. And team also looks, both offensively and defensively, the team looks very fucking solid. Sirs, this is a question to you. What is your role? What is your role in the team? I mean, of course, you're the team owner, right? But yeah, what is your role in the team?
Well, we were playing in a few scrimmages as a team. Actually, it was just one scrimmage, and I'm there as the guy who notices where things are not doing so well, and picking up the slack, so to speak.
He's the facilitator. That's what he is.
So you're there to fill up the gaps where it's needed, like to fill up the leaks, right, of the ship.
Sure. Yeah.
Right.
More like steer the ship in the right direction.
Right. So you're definitely going to be having more of like a leadership role in this team.
Absolutely.
And you're definitely going to have like a big two big players in your team. Big players. I'm not saying they have egos. Don't take it the wrong way, but like bigger players, bigger egos.
Tiger's ego is just fine.
Hey, that was actually a good one.
Yeah, seriously, it is. It's fine. I'm honored. I'm honored and blessed to have
I'm
Tiger
also a
on.
fan of Tiger's ego.
Very unselfish.
But sir, I mean seriously.
Anybody that knows me knows I'm
Sorry, go ahead.
But seriously, sirs, like having players like Dark and Tell and being like having to coach them, having to be a leader to them. Do you think they'll listen to everything you say?
They'll listen to it.
Will they get
they'll
your
definitely
full?
listen to it.
Will they get your full respect and authority?
Respect, they should, number one, but we'll see how it goes. You know, I might have to make a few changes that I'll be hard pressed to do, but you know, I'll have to do them as the facilitator.
Hmm.
Hey, I'll respect anybody who picks me in the draft.
Yeah, as long as he's not picked last, that's what he's basically. As long as he's not picked last, like in basketball back in his high school, he's just happy to play. He's
All
happy
right,
to
leave
be
my
there.
friend Tiger alone. All right.
All right, I'm gonna leave him alone. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
All right, no bully. All right.
Me.
I'm quick draw. I'm quick draw nice now. No bully, bro.
Quick draw, nice.
All right. So next up is
Oh, is that?
hello, Dench. How you
I think
doing?
Dench wants to say something. I'm pretty sure.
Say something.
Go on, Dench. How you doing?
There it is. He said something.
Omni Brewers, man. What a team.
So this is a team I want to talk about now, right?
However,
However, I'm listening.
However,
Oh,
this
okay.
team has blow up potential. This team has the same blow up potential as the fucking Tigers team last season. And I'm predicting this team will miss the playoffs.
Well, hold on. What do you mean blow up? Blow up in a bad way or a
This
good
team
way?
blow
yeah, I
up.
want to hear.
I'm telling you
Elaborate more
right
on this
now.
blow up potential.
Well, hold on. What is blow up potential? Like the team?
Like self-destruct.
This
Oh,
team
so it's like
blow up.
imploding, not like like blowing up like boom. We're good
Yeah,
now.
boom.
Not like good, bad blow.
Shit.
This bad blow.
Damn.
Very
Wait.
bad.
What? Really,
Very
Dench?
blow.
Whoa. Come on. Really? With this team, with a team of Tiger and Sirs, you see look at these two little niggas. Like, oh fucking hell.
Watch your language, bro.
Dude, I like Sirs, man.
Look at these two little African American homies. Like, do they look like they're gonna blow up?
Dude, Sirs looks good right now. He looks smart. I like him. He looks good. Tiger's got fucking pigeons on his fucking
Yeah.
feet, but
I mean, they're pretty.
Cardinals.
And you also have Zombie on the team. I mean, can they really implode?
yes, this team is gonna implode.
Damn, that's a big hot take. That's it. Stephen A. Dench.
I thoroughly disagree. I thoroughly disagree.
Stephen A. Dench is back, ladies and gentlemen.
That's
He's
all.
back
That's all, folks.
with the hot fucking
Thank you for
take.
your opinion, but
I'll
you're
see you
wrong.
next week.
We'll see. We'll see next week. I mean, it's interesting. He might be right. I mean, Dench
My
is.
team yet?
Yeah, we
I like
did.
that sentence. Thank you for your opinion, but
I'll
you're
just
wrong.
wait for my team.
Thank you for
All
your
right,
opinion, but
all
you're
right, well-
wrong.
Well, the fifth team we're going to talk about is Bad X team. We have like 20 minutes left, so we've got like, rush it up a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So, Bad X team. Bad X, well, congratulations on getting the ownership once again. And, why do you look at me like that? The fuck? Like,
This is my face.
oh, okay, you looked at me like you're being, okay, whatever. So, you
Okay, so.
you drafted Luke Cavey and Barone, and then you picked
I
up.
didn't draft Barone, but yeah.
Oh, sorry. You drafted Bat Cavey and
Till
Tilt. That's right. But then you traded. Right, here we go. Okay, but so currently your team is Bat Cavey, Barone, Soben, Fushi, and Quasi 8420, right?
Yes.
Okay, so this is it. The highlight of the main event of the show, like WrestleMania. Quasi 8420.
Whoa.
Why did you rip yourself off by giving away a beer as well?
I actually had like 3 kebabs and 3 beers in my bank, so I could have got out and gotten 3.
Yeah.
I
And
only had so much roster space, you know.
yeah, and I also have a 5-inch dick. All right. Why did you give him a beer?
Interesting. Well, you know, Byrne asked for a kebab, but I wanted to throw in a good faith gesture to show that I valued Quasi 8420 more than like the market might, so I threw in the beer.
That's
And I
fair.
had to get that done before A-Rod came along and sniped him from me for 2 beers, you know.
2 beers, yeah. That's
Shit.
true.
I mean, seriously. I mean, what? So why did Byrne trade away Joey then? Why? Does anyone have any idea?
I'm guessing they had a falling out in the scrimmage they had because it was literally shortly after.
They had a falling out in the
Yeah,
scrimmage.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a scrimmage between the Harmony Brewers and the
Scrimmage,
Kebos Greens, and things got heated.
Between like in the call or the field?
This is what I'm just speculating. I don't know the real answer, but
I mean, I'll
Okay.
report the facts. I remember Joey Ferguson saying,
Yes,
and I'll quote, "Whoa," after the first play of the Harmony Brewers on offense.
What happened?
I believe he missed
No,
Tiger, go ahead.
and he was on zone. I think it was me that blew right past them, and
Yeah, he
I
blew
was
his,
wide
his
open.
coverage. Yeah.
Yeah, and he just said, "Whoa." So.
Wait, so
That's what happened.
Joey missed a tackle on you, and he said, "Whoa," and you think he imploded? What?
Not that he just
No,
missed
no,
a tackle.
I mean-
He didn't even attempt to go for a tackle. So I'm not. Listen.
Okay, whatever.
This is
I
about the baddie acts, okay? We're not talking enough about.
I
the
mean,
baddie
Joey's on his team. I mean, like,
The WWE main event apparently.
yeah, WrestleMania, man. Ooh,
I'm
nearly.
just trying to report the facts. That's all I'm doing.
acts. Come on, bro.
All right, come on, bro.
Come on,
You're
bro.
so suspended.
But
Big podcast.
okay. So apart from the star player Joey, you well, you got Barone for Telt. Now, I understand like you were like a dilemma of like to try convince Telt to stay or just trade him away for the best you could get. You're probably not gonna trade Telt for someone as good as Telt. You're not, but you got Barone. You know, you got Barone. You did get Barone.
CEO.
Whatever
I see.
happened with Telt, and how did the trade go through?
As far as what happened with Tilt, I suppose he. I think the big kicker was that he didn't want to play with Luke. I was told that was the majority of his issue. He said a lot of things that factored into that being an issue, but honestly, I was given a quote 70% of it, which is kind of an arbitrary number, was Luke. And honestly, at this point, it doesn't matter, so I haven't thought about it any more than that. I will tell you, like,
Fair.
I had a draft board that I shared with Luke a couple weeks before the draft. If I knew I couldn't get Tilt at 6, the next two guys up on the board were Caleb and Barone, and I think given I got Luke and not Dench at 5, Barone's the guy I would have taken. I'm perfectly happy to have gotten him, and I think my team's in a great spot.
I think so.
No, so obviously you think that Barone is a good addition to the team. Who are the two coaches of your team now?
Two coaches, Luke and Barone.
So Coach Barone is back.
Yeah, Coach Barone is back. I had to do that. Come on.
Okay, well, so since Tell is left, I'm still kind of confused about it. Who is going to be the starting quarterback for your team? Soben, Luke, Batik, or Barone? Or, I mean,
You left out Fushi and Quasi.
sorry, yes, sir. Luke, Soben, Luke, Batik, Barone, or Quasi?
It's gonna be me.
You left out
Whoa.
Fushi again. But
You
Out of
left out who?
nowhere.
it's gonna be we're gonna get a bit of Luke. As long as he
Oh.
doesn't have a mouse yet. If he gets a mouse and bets are off, but if he's on a trackpad, Luke
I might have
quarterback.
one for tomorrow, so we'll see.
Okay, we're gonna go with Soben then. It's gonna be Soben.
Wait,
Whoa.
Whoa! Okay, Soben. Hold on, Batik. I'm kind of
Kind of
So you could QB, no?
what was that?
You could QB, no?
Sure, why not?
How come you're choosing Soben over yourself or Barone? I mean, Barone has plenty of experience as QB.
You see, Gaz, something that Luke and I saw after we got Soben, we took him out to a scrim, right? Who's got to get him up to date, got to get him the uni and all that stuff. I was told Soben was good at RFL, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was not told he would be the best goddamn player at RFL I've ever seen in my life. And in that scrim,
What?
Wait, what?
Soben
Soben
kicked my
is
ass
the
in at
scariest
least 6 or
player
7
on
different
RFL.
ways.
Wait, Soben is a
I could
fucking
not keep
god?
We're talking about the new star of the RFL. You're gonna see.
Are you
You'll
kidding
see
me?
on-
Okay, now I'm actually getting hyped. Is Soben?
Soben is
Change?
debuting Tuesday night in the
Holy
Joey
shit.
Ferguson, John Ferguson revenge game.
Holy
That's
shit!
the main event.
The Ferguson rivalry game!
So,
Holy
I will not
shit!
be talking about Joey John after the game. You're going to be talking about Soben.
Holy shit!
Player to watch.
Oh my
Gentlemen.
god, this could be
Player to
the
watch.
game of the week. This could be the fucking game of the week. The
Well, it's going
first,
to be the game of the week since it's the only game happening this week.
well, no, you know, motherfucker, the 7 days, nigga. Batik, you're the only
We got
person who
5
makes me
days
say
of
that
this
word.
game being the only thing that happens, so.
But anyway, dude, I think this is definitely the game of the week for sure because shit, you had the Ferguson brothers, but then you have like the Soben thing coming in hot. Like, is Soben as good as people are making him out to be, or is he gonna choke? And then you also have, you know, like other players like Barone coming in, Fushi might be back. There's a lot of good things to live for in this game actually, and this is definitely one game I want to look forward to. All right, Now, finally, the team I want to look at is. Oh, Bench Boy!
Hello.
Sorry, what?
Do you want to say something,
Bro.
Bench Boy?
Clap me in.
All right, go.
The baddie.
Yeah, Badiak. Bertha Badiaks.
3 wins.
Wait, how many games are this season? Round of applause.
And I have to say, as a wise man once said, more or less.
Badiak, that was the wrong quote.
You're wrong.
That was the wrong quote. You really hate to see it.
That
Okay,
was
I'm
a
curious.
compliment, Betty, thank
Let me throw up my.
Yeah, Tiger, go on, Tiger.
I'm curious to see if Sobin will really start at quarterback.
Yeah.
Is this actually going to be a thing? Because
They
you know
say
scrimmages are a lot different than
The actual games.
game. Like
No,
scrimmages you kind of
That
experiment
is
with.
correcting, yes.
Badiak
They-
is kidding. I am starting at QB if I have a mouse.
Hold on, so
that is the true answer.
hold on, so you guys were just joking?
About Soben taking snaps, he may get to play some QB. We'll see.
Okay, well, you guys were definitely hyping Sobin up for
Yes.
sure.
On a note of
Okay,
seriousness, I have done my best to draw up an offense that can be successfully run by anybody who doesn't throw an interception.
So not Badiak.
Sobin taking snaps at any point this season should not surprise you. Same with literally anyone on the team, honestly.
Sure. So you're saying basically as long as it's not
Joey
you, everyone
Ferguson
else
at
is okay.
quarterback. Get
Dude.
ready.
Yeah, I mean, if he's quarterback, he can't mess up snapping the ball. So, like,
True.
You got
true.
a point there, Betty.
True.
Yeah.
Quasi 8420 does have more than 20 brain cells.
This
Alright.
this trade
you
was
only
actually
need
a
4
power
brain
move
cells to
by-
run this offense.
This is how Burn is gonna sabotage one of the players. One of the teams.
Oh, okay, alright.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, maybe! Wait! Oh, plot twist. Quasi 8420 is a sleeper cell sent to Bertha Badiaks.
You're throwing the sleeper cell word around again.
A sleeper cell, you know what that is? Like
I do know what that means.
it's a secret agent sent to your team. You guys are thinking they had a fight because he said what or something, or whoa. And in fact, the Fergusons... Dude, you just signed his brother, his little brother, to your team 3 or 4 days before the game.
True.
No, see,
Very
I never
true.
actually had to sign him. I just traded for him, but you know.
Traded for him. For a kebab and beer.
What a deal.
Dude, imagine if Joey throws a safety or something stupid. I would laugh my... Okay, anyway, you know what? Let's continue.
Happens, guys, right?
Alright, let's continue. Alright, finally, the Detroit Dinosaurs, who are now the Crandor Ciclones.
Wow, what a team.
I mean, we have...
No, wait,
the-
This Crandor what?
Say the word Cyclones again.
what is Ciclones?
That's what you just said.
The Cyclones.
Cyclones?
Wait, Chuck, I have
The
break.
Cyclones.
What are you guys talking about?
The Cyclones?
They're called Cyclones.
It's
not
Crandor
Cyclones.
Cyclones. Wait,
Yeah.
you guys are saying Ciclones?
Oh my god.
Is that how you guys
No,
fucking-
you.
Hey,
No,
Chuck,
you said
man,
Cyclones.
listen.
It's
I've
sort
got
of
Can we-
like
can
you
we
said
continue with the
Gene
show,
15
please?
minutes ago,
I've
'cause you didn't know
got
who
news.
Zucchini
I've
was,
got
but you
news
know.
for you,
The
Chuck.
Northern Nirvana.
Breaking news.
It's
Yeah,
push,
Nirvana?
not push, you idiot! Alright. Push! Alright, so the Crandor Ciclones, run by Detro and his 4 rookies, Paco, Chevrolet,
Keep lifting off the rookies.
Yep. Sorry. Let's try again. Detro with his 4 rookies: Palco, Shav, Sarones, and Big Wavy. Now, can we all just talk about the man, Chavray?
No.
Did Luke ever get to drop his breaking news? or
No,
he
I
just-
didn't. I
Oh
still
wait,
wanna-
Luke. Go ahead,
I'm
Luke.
breaking-
Go ahead, Luke.
I have to ask Sir Semper Fi a question in order to answer this. Okay.
Go.
Sir Semper Fi,
Yeah,
I need a yes or no answer.
I can
Should-
give you one.
Should Ditro be allowed to play for Diesel, or Diesel be allowed to play?
You know,
for
you asked me this question a while back now,
Well,
and
I need an official vote now.
I suppose I can say it here on the podcast. I think that Diesel should be able to play on the Cyclones.
Okay, so I'm just letting you know that your vote was irrelevant, and I just wanted to get the answer because it's already been voted on. He is not allowed to sign to Ditro's team.
Listen,
What
I
the
got no
fuck?
beef with Diesel. If Diesel wants to play RFL football, by all means, go ahead.
You know, honestly, my personal opinion on this, I know I don't have a vote, but I think he should be. That's my personal
Right.
opinion.
I disagree.
You know,
Okay, anyway, moving on. Well, that's a conversation for another time, right? But I just want to talk about this team first. This team, I mean, Chavre, you know, the cycle of Chavre and death continues. We thought for a moment there, we were like, Chavre's finally gone. The next second, he's right back in it. And it's going to continue again, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's going to happen. Don't worry about it. It's going to happen, babe. Don't worry. So, this team, where is this team going to end up? Is Dietrich going to have to one-man carry this team, or is he even going to be able to? I mean,
How
Paku's
long
pretty
until
good.
Jersey. That's my only question.
Huh?
How
I said
long
the
until
over-under
Shaq
for
drops
that at
his jersey?
1.5 games. What do we think?
Will his new dropped jersey be worth more than the old dropped jersey?
It's gonna be worth less because it's had less time to age. The old one's like vintage at this point. Leo's hoarding that until it gains value.
I
can't-
don't think he is.
Yeah, he's not gonna drop his jersey. He's gonna play for
I don't-
Ditro.
I don't think he's hoarding it anymore, Patty.
Well, no, here's what I thought, right? If Diesel does get into the
We
team,
sold,
right?
that's breaking news.
If Diesel does get in the team, I rarely see Chef playing in that team. Like,
Well,
no.
he's not getting on the team. So.
Well, yeah. Hypothetically, if he did, I could see, like, you know, Diesel and Dietrich would be two players he would actually respect and play for. Because, yeah.
I think this team's gonna be better than people expect it to be.
Certainly.
No, I don't think so. I mean, I think Paku is very good. A player to keep your eye on. Dietrich, yep. I think he's going to have, you know, a Dietrich season, which is, you know, a good season. Shav, I really can't tell. But Shav's going to get the playing time he was crying for last season. Saronis and Big Wavy, no idea how they are.
I happen to agree with Tiger. You have to respect these guys. You know, they've you have to respect them.
Which I am.
Listen, I'll have to say, Ditro was an MVP caliber player last season, and Shav and Paco have chip on their shoulders
Like that's
this season.
something to watch out for. And if
Yeah,
you don't
I
respect
mean-
them, they're going to come at you with everything they got. And I'm just letting
Exactly.
everybody in the league know right now. Watch your backs.
Now with that being
Better
said,
respect Chopperhead.
the maximum games they're gonna win is 3 games, if that. I could see them winning like 2 games.
How many games are there overall for every team?
7.
7. Honestly, 3 out of 7 isn't too bad, you know? I mean, it's
No,
bad, but,
no,
like...
I mean, like,
at the best.
3 wins isn't a small amount of wins. Like that could be 4th playoff seed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Great,
I,
like,
but I predict
not
them.
small number of wins.
I predict them to win 2 games this season. So
Okay,
You
out of those 2 teams, Tiger, which 2 teams do you think it'll be against then? Go on.
I don't.
I'm putting you on the spot right
I
now.
really-
I'm putting you on the spot right now.
I really don't know.
Alright.
I'm gonna go with Batty X,
Ooh.
depending on if Sobin QBs,
Ooh.
and I'm gonna pick up. I'm gonna go Kibos.
Ooh,
Okay.
exactly,
okay.
exactly what I was thinking, Tiger. Exactly.
Alright, Alright, now, let's get into the... Okay, yeah, well, actually, one last thing to talk about this team.
I was put on the spot there.
You know, I know. So, this,
Whole podcast is sort of an exercise in putting people on the spot.
here, this is the last thing I want to talk about this team, right? The attitude of this team. Now, I see a lot of fucking attitudes on this team. Like, really fucking bad. Like, this, like if you want to talk about teams imploding, this could be it. I mean, but you experienced Paco legitimately logging out when he threw that interception. He just went to go make a sandwich or some shit. He said, fuck it, and just, like, logged out of the game. Without saying anything. Right? Detro, I mean, he can have his, like, you know, his moments that have, like, a temper tantrum or whatever, get in the middle of a controversy. And then Shav, that he's the worst out of them all. Big Wave and Saronis are rookies, right? So we can't really judge them. The attitude of this team, good or bad? I mean, bad, but how bad?
I'm not worried about this team imploding as more as it being active, I think. I mean, you can sign all the rookies you want, but you don't know if they're going to show up every single week to play a game on different days of the week. You don't know their schedule as much as, you know, established players. So it'd be interesting to see if they can keep their team active. That's my main concern.
I personally have faith in Ditro. That's just my. I've been playing with him on multiple games, not just RuneScape, but I have faith in him.
All right, guys, it's time to quickly get onto like the predictions now because we're nearly at the 1 hour end of the show.
Do you guys see my team? Sorry.
So,
I already talked about your
Did you
team.
talk about my team?
We did, yes.
What did you say? Give me a
We,
summary.
we gotta go quickly with the predictions. It's gonna be 1 hour soon.
We said Caleb's gonna be really good and like kick everyone's ass at QB basically.
Pretty much,
I
yeah.
love that, man. Fucking
Yeah.
love it. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So first game prediction is tomorrow's game basically, which is the Ferguson rivalry.
And God bless him.
Berto Badiak against Kebab
What a
Green.
game.
Kebab Green. Tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. EST. So let's start with Tiger Eye Jaricho.
If I had to predict a score, I'm gonna go 60-40 Kibos.
Okay. So you think Kibos are gonna win, right? Kibos.
Yeah.
Then Spy. Who's gonna win? Berto Badiak or Kebab Green?
Badiacs.
Okay, so
By
1-1. I think Kibos are gonna win actually. So it's 2-1. All right. Next game up, Varrock Rams.
Well,
You ask sirs?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Sirs. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Sirs. Sorry, Sirs. Who do you think is gonna win? Berto or Badiak? Berto or
No, I think that Badiak's gonna take this one home.
oh, it's a 2-2 tie. So I believe me and Tiger voted for Kebabs, and Dench and Sirs voted for Berto Badiaks. I only voted for Kebab Green because I'm a firm believer in the conspiracy theory that the Ferguson sleeper cell is active for tomorrow's
I think that's
game.
bullshit.
No,
Yeah,
that's
don't you have 2 votes for your heart and your mind? Like,
Yeah, where are your 2 votes at?
yeah.
well, Badiak. Ever
I
since
guess they were-
he left me as the co-host, I've lost my heart.
Aw,
What?
that's sad.
You got Tiger back though.
Yeah, now I have an asshole and a head.
Hey, fair enough.
Hey, you like
Well,
that? Alright, continuing on. Next game on Saturday, I think it's the next game. Varrock Rams against the Harmony YMCA.
That's
What
a
a
2 p.m.
game.
Luke Cavey, who do you think's gonna win this one?
I'm gonna give it to Harmony. Not by. I'm gonna say it's a 2-point game.
Harmony, okay.
Yeah, Harmony by 2.
Okay. I don't know what the fuck team you guys are on right now. Dench. Well, who are you voting for?
Ram.
All right.
1-1.
What?
بدعيك الحمد لله. Who are you voting for? Yeah, Harmony or Varrock?
Harmony by 6.
Whoa.
Okay, so Harmony 2-1. There you have it. Varrock.
Chuck?
I'm on Varrock, nigga.
2 of those end on.
You're just trying to get me banned, aren't you? You're doing this purposely.
Me? No.
We're keeping a tracker of who's dropping. You know, it's you. I mean, you're getting yourself banned.
I'm getting instigated by Sirs. Alright, anyways.
Sleeper cell on your own podcast.
Alright, listen. Alright, next game is the Crandor Cyclone is against Porkhouse and Warlords. Now, so
This is now
this could be the easiest one. But at the same time, dude, every time I'm this confident about a pick, it goes the opposite way.
This is gonna be close. This is not gonna be a blowout.
You very close one. Yep.
I'm sorry. No,
This is gonna be close.
no, I don't
I
think
agree,
it's.
Tim. I
I don't think it's gonna be close. I think it, what is it? Porkhouse are gonna win, pretty handedly. What about you, Badiak?
I think we're gonna see the unchaining of QB Caleb, and Port K is just gonna score points, and then they're gonna score more points, and
Lost.
they're gonna keep scoring points, and they're gonna win by roughly 30.
3.
30.
Oh, 30. Okay.
We are
Okay.
going to see a colossal dust cloud behind QB Caleb that
Moss.
Randor is just going to get lost in.
Okay. Okay.
And also Dench Randy Moss.
A lot of faith in Dench and Caleb.
Oh.
2007,
Tiger.
It's Tom Brady and Randy Moss, you know?
Tiger, your
I'm
prediction?
gonna, I'm gonna go with Port K by 14.
Oh my god, these are all double digits. Luke, what up, bro?
Hey yo, what up?
What up, bro?
I'm gonna give it to. I'm gonna give it to Crandor. I'm gonna say that they're gonna win by a touchdown.
Really?
I gotta apologize.
Tiger,
Keep laughing.
as my co-host,
Yeah.
ask him the question again, but in a more serious tone. Because I don't think he got the point.
Okay, Luke, who do you
Yes.
think will win the game? Crandor or Port Kazar?
Crandor by 6.
Crandor by 6, okay.
Yeah, we're not gonna count your vote, Luke. Thanks.
Maybe. I don't know.
Sirs, your vote.
I think Port Kazar is definitely going to win
Thank you.
by 12.
Wow, all
By
double
12.
digits. Wow. Okay, so that's 3-0. 3-0 for Port Kazar to win against the Prime Cyclones.
That's not bad.
Can I make my prediction?
No, you're on.
No, not a game prediction. Just that.
Oh yeah, go on. Yeah.
Shav rate
Oh no.
0 touchdowns.
Oh, complete and outer
0
shutdown.
touchdowns. What about tackles and inks? And
Yeah,
Okay, man. It's not my fucking thing.
he'll get 2 tackles on the
I'm gonna
referees.
sit on it, man.
All right. Well, that has been episode 1. Honestly, guys, I'm gonna close it off right now because it's nearly at the 1 hour mark. Not that much energy tonight because I'm kind of tired. I was taking a shit all day at university. I was there for 12 hours, so I'm kind of tired right now. Also on the Xanax as usual, because that's what I'm known for. And it's I just wanted to chill, a nice episode. That's what I got. So tune in for this week's game that's coming up tomorrow, Saturday, and TBD game. And I hope you all have a good time. And honestly, thank you very much for watching my stream. You guys are what makes me keep this bullshit keep going. Episode 2 will be out as soon as all 3 games of the first week have been played. So once again, Luke Cavi, Tiger, Badiak, Sirs, Dench, thank you all for coming. Thank you, Tiger Rai, for co-hosting. Any last words, Luke?
Thank you.
Come
Kev.
Scrim.
Huh?
Come Scrim, pay your
Fuck
league
you,
fees.
Tiger.
Fuck
Any
you.
last words? Badiak, last words.
I believe Luke said scrim, so I'm gonna say scrim.
And
Fuck
league
you
fees.
too, Sirs.
Listen, I just want this to be an amazing season for everyone. I've had a lot of high hopes for last season and this season, and upcoming seasons forever. So hopefully it'll be a good season.
Dench.
0 touchdowns.
All right. Good night,
Good night,
guys. Thank you for watching.